Okay, we're doing Module 3, Systems of Equation and Inequality, A.REI.12, Level 2 Reteach. So taking a look at this, we want to remember that whenever we graph equations or inequalities, we like it in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So the first one, y, is already by itself, so all I need to do is identify what m is and what b is. And m is the number in front, which is my slope, and b is the y-intercept. So we're going to start at 4. So we're going to come here on this, and we're going to start right away at 4. And I notice that I'm going to go up until my right 1 because it's a positive slope, and then I'm going to do the reverse to go down. And I also notice, because I notice that there's no equal to sign, so I know it's going to be a dashed line. So I'm just going to make these points look a little bigger and then put my arrows on it. My favorite testing point is 0, 0. So that's where the red dot is. So I'm going to test to see where it's going to go. So if I put in 0, 0, I'm going to see, and I'm going to put that in for x and y, is 0 less than 4? And it is true. So I'm just going to draw little arrows telling me that I would be shading below the line. I'm not going to shade the whole graph right now because I got more graphing to do. Taking a look at the next one, I know I'm going to subtract 2x, and I get a negative y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 4. I'm going to divide by a negative 1. And now remember, whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, you need to change the inequality sign. So that's what I did. And now I'm just going to identify my slope and y-intercept, which is 2 and negative 4. I'm going to start at negative 4, which is right here. And I'm going to go up 2 and to my right. And I'm going to continue that all the way to the top of the line. And I notice that this one, unlike the last one, I see it had an equal to. So that means I'm going to draw in a solid line. Again, my favorite point is still 0, 0, so I'm going to plug in that, and I have 0 is greater than or equal to negative 4, which is true. So I'm going to be shading in the middle, which is right here. And that's my answer. So let's take a look at this. So I am going to take a look at 0, 4. So if I take a look at 0, 4, which is right here, I notice that it's on the dashed line. So I'm going to say, no, this point lies on a dotted line, meaning it does not satisfy the linear inequality. Taking a look at the next one. Again, I need to get y by itself. So I am going to subtract the x. I'm going to add the 2. So I'm going to get 4y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 2. Then I'm going to divide by 4. And I'm going to get y is greater than or equal to negative 1 over 4x plus a half. So my slope is negative 1 over 4, and my y-intercept is a half. So I am going to start here at a half, which is between 0 and 1. And then I'm going to go down 1 and over 4. And I'm going to be in the middle again of that line. And then I'm going to do it again over here. It's kind of in the middle. And then I'm going to do it again the opposite direction and again. So we're just going to be kind of always in the middle. I did not draw that line very good. So let me try that again. And I know it's a solid line because it's greater than or equal to. So this one, again, my favorite point is 0, 0, which is right here in the red. I am going to put in 0 is greater than or equal to 1/2. And that's false. So I know I'm going to be shading above. So I'm just going to put my arrows up there again and wait till I graph the last one. So the last one, I'm going to subtract the 2x, and I'm going to subtract a 1. So then I'm going to get a negative y is greater than negative 2x plus 1. Then I'm going to divide by a negative 1. which means I have to change the inequality sign, and now it's less than, and it's going to be a positive 2x minus 1. And my slope is 2, and my y-intercept is negative 1. So I'm going to start here at negative 1, and I am going to go up 2 until my right one, and I'm going to continue this all the way up to the top, and then I do the reverse to go to my left, going down 2 until my left one. Now this one, I notice it's just less than, so it's just dashed line, so I'm just going to fill in the line a little bit more, which doesn't take that long. My favorite point is still 0, 0. So is 0 less than negative 1? No, it's not. So I have to shade below this line. So looking at where I would have the correct answer would fall right here. Now, is 1, 3 part of my answer? So if I take a look at 1 and 3, and so looking at the point 1, 3, I'm going to conclude, no, this point does not fall in the shaded region. So let's take a look at the next 2. So taking a look at number 3, again, I'm looking to see if y is by itself, and it is not. So I'm going to subtract the 2x, and so I'm going to have negative 5y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 10. Then I'm going to divide by a negative 5, which means I have to change the inequality sign. And so now it's greater than or equal to, and then its two negatives make a positive, and I'm going to get a minus 2. So then I do m is 2 over 5, and b is negative 2. So I'm going to start always on my y at negative 2, and this time I'm going to go up 2 and over 5, and then I'm going to go up 2 and over 5, and then I'm going to go down 2 and over 5, and then I'm going to go down 2 and over 5. Now I know that this has, it's greater than or equal to, so we know it's going to be a solid line. Favorite test point is 0, 0, so that's this point right here. Now I am going to test it, and is 0 greater than or equal to negative true? Yep, it is a true statement, so I'm just going to be shading above. So looking at the last one, I am going to subtract 8x, so I'm going to get a negative 3y is less than or equal to negative 8x plus 12. Then I'm going to divide by a negative 3. When I divide by a negative 3, that means I have to change the inequality sign. So that's going to get me y is greater than or equal to positive 8 over 3x, because two negatives make a positive, and I have a minus 4. So m is 8 over 3, and b is a negative 4. I'm going to circle the negative 4. So I'm going to start here at negative 4, and this time I'm going to go up 8 and over 3, and then I'm going to go up 8 again and over 3, and then from this dot I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to go down and over 3. Again, we know that this is a solid line. My favorite test point is still 0, 0. So I'm going to put 0, 0 in, and I know that 0 is greater than or equal to negative 4, which is a true statement. So that means I'm going to be shading above this line. So it's going to be all of this area right here. Taking a look at the last two problems. So on this one, I'm going to subtract 6 over 5x. So I get a negative y is greater than negative 6 over 5x plus 1. Then I'm going to divide by negative 1, which means I have to change the inequality sign to less than 6 over 5x minus 1. So m equals 6 over 5 and b equals negative 1. I'm going to start at negative 1 and I am going to go up 6 until my right 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into my right 5. And then I'm going to do it again. And then I'm going to do it on the left side. And I am going to graph. I know that this time it is a dash line because there's no equal to. So I'm just going to fill it in. My favorite point is still 0, 0. So I'm going to put in is 0 less than negative 1. And that is false. So I'm going to be shading below this line. Taking a look at the next one, I'm going to subtract x. So then I'm going to get 3y is greater than or equal to x minus 3. I'm going to divide by 3. Again, I'm not dividing by a negative number, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to get 1 over 3x minus 1. Plus 1. Because this is a plus sign. This will be a plus 1. Plus 1. So m equals 1 over 3 and b equals 1. So I'm going to start again on the 1. And this time I am, and it's going to be a negative because it's a negative x. So this should be a negative and negative. So I'm going to go down 1 into my right 3. And then I'm going to do the reverse. And when I do this one, I know it's a solid line. So I'm just going to draw a solid line. And this is a negative. Let's make sure you guys see that this is a negative and this is a negative. My favorite point is 0, 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 1? And the answer is no. So I need to shade above. And the area where I need to shade is right here is the answer. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.